Hi everyone, welcome. I hope everyone is well. Happy Monday to everyone. This is day one of the catalogue launch. So I'm just gonna wait, make sure I go live. As you're watching, please say hello. Let me know that you're watching. You might be watching the replay later, but that's okay. Okay, I can see myself on the screen. So we are all ready to go. I am joining up with my good friend Rachael Merrick from Merrick Makings, and we are going to have videos for you for the next 6 days. I'm actually going live every day because I find that sometimes a little bit easier. So I'll be live each day with a different product from the mini, excuse me, the mini catalogue or the celebration catalogue. And inside the catalogue, we have sketches, which Stampin' Up have been really great at doing the last 3 catalogues. This is the 3rd catalogue that they've done that. And we are actually going to be tackling these sketches to share some creativity with you. So you're going to see different sketches from both Rachael and I, but using the same suite or the same products each night. And so you're going to get lots of inspiration. One is a tag, one is a card, so lots and lots of different ideas each day. So welcome everyone. I hope everyone is having a really, well, you had a great weekend. I will say I did have a really great weekend. We went away, my husband and I, down to our daughter's place and had a lovely time away, so it was nice to get away. I haven't been on a lot lately, and there's a few reasons. I did take a little bit of a break. I needed to step back and have a little bit of a break for myself, but we also lost my husband's father on Christmas Eve. He passed away on Christmas Eve, so that has sort of slowed me down from any crafting or anything like that. So, but I'm back. I am back with this really great idea, and I really hope that you're going to join me each night at 7. If you can't, there's always the replay, and there's also a link in the description of this video to Rachael's video. So once you're finished here, if you would like to go over and see what she has, what sketch she has, what she's using with the Storybook Friends bundle or suite, you can go over and check out what she's created as well. So yeah, all right, I'm going to pop the camera down and we're going to get started. We're making a card and a tag, and I'm going to share with you the sketch that we're going to be using and on all those good things. So let's pop this down. On the 7th day, or the 6th day, we have a scrapbooking project, and let me think, the 7th day is alive, so we'll be doing a dual live with Rachael and I, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi Rach, how are you? Keen to see my projects? Yes. Alright, if you haven't seen this yet, this is the Stampin' Up mini catalogue, January to April 2025. This is a really great catalogue. I'm excited to share with you some of the products inside. I wanted to share with you the sketches, which you can find on page 12. Let me look at this. So if you struggle with a little bit of creativity, you can go to page 12, have a look at the sketches and craft away, which is amazing. I love that Stampin' Up have done this. Like I said, this is the 3rd catalogue Stampin' Up have popped sketches in. And I really do hope that they continue to do this because it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to, you know, create on the fly without having to think too much. And you can make them either as simple as I will be showing you, because I've gone with very simple and straightforward. But you could also just take that idea and run with it. People see sketches completely different, and that's fine. And I think that's what's really great about sketches, is you can do so many different things with a sketch. So all those are there. The first day is we're focusing on Storybook Moments suite. So it is, this one, it starts on page 23. Absolutely adorable suite. There are 2 bundles, ribbon, embellishments, and there's 2 lots of DSP. I will completely admit to you right now, I do not have this DSP, but that's okay. I do think this is gorgeous DSP. And I actually own this bundle. This bundle here I borrowed from my mum, so you can see this in action as well. And I just think the ribbon and the embellishments are absolutely beautiful. So page 23 through to, there's lots of different pages, lots of different ideas, samples, fun ways to use your supplies, but it keeps going all the way through. And look at this first scrapbook page, really pretty. Page 29 I believe is the last, yes, the last page. So 23 to 29 in the mini catalogue you'll find the Storybook Moments suite, and that's what we're going to be using today. Also just want to quickly bring in the celebration brochure. So from the 7th of February to the 7th of January to the 28th of February, sorry about that, any orders of $100 here in Australia, you can earn yourself free celebration items, so you get to choose. There's DSP, there's stamp sets, there's embossing folders, there's kits, there's so many things, and there's also 2 options at $200. So if you place a $200 order, you could choose those. So that's a bundle with dies, and there's also a stamp set as well. And this is a great way of getting extra supplies right through to the 28th of February. So if there's something that you're after, now's the time to buy, get your free products as well. And just quickly, I did send out mini catalogues and celebration catalogues to my customers who have purchased with me in the last 6 months. But if you would like one and you're not already ordering through another demonstrator, let me know and I'll happily send you one out. I do want to just go through really quickly those beautiful, the whole suite again, and just share it with you. So the Storybook Garden Patch is a cling stamp set. There's 10 stamps in all. I love this garden addition to my kit. And you also receive in the bundle 14 dies. So you actually have quite a few extra dies that cut out on top of your stamps. So that is one of the bundles, and you save yourself 10% by purchasing the bundle. And then this is the Storybook Friends, which is adorable. Lots of little squirrels. They're squirrels, not raccoons. Hedgehogs, bunny rabbits, all of those. And what I really like about the dies is they also have great little frames as well. So the dies, Storybook Friends dies has 11 dies in that bundle. So there's the 2 bundles in the suite. We also have this beautiful, it is scallop ribbon in petal pink, really gorgeous. It's so soft, and look at the edging, so really pretty. That is the ribbon. The embellishments are the antique pearls, which are really pretty as well. They come in 3 sizes, small, medium and large. And I believe these ones you'll be able to use your stamping blends to colour in a little bit as well, but they're really pretty. They've got a real nice antique-y colour to them. And lastly, I wanted to share with you the 1 DSP pack. So this suite, like I said, has got 2 DSP packs in that suite. I only have the one, and I really like this one as well. So I've used it a fair bit in a few different projects already. So we have beautiful strawberries on one side and the little animals on the other side. Now some of the dies do cut out these images. You could use them as backgrounds, or you could fussy cut each of these images, or use the dies that will cut out some of the images. So we have that one. This is actually why I purchased this one to start with. We put in a veggie garden, and I'm going to be doing some scrapbooking pages with that, and I thought this paper is just perfect for those scrapbooking pages. And then the other side has the little English cottages, which is super cute. We have the little animals as well. These all look like squirrels. Some have bikes, some are on the swing, some are getting nuts, flowers, some are picking fruit. And then the opposite side, which is a great pattern, very story time themed. We have another garden design, and this is the background, so very elegant frames. And I love the color scheme in this one. We have, this side has all the frames with the florals, and then the other side, I'll show you, let's bring this one in. And oh, thank you. This one has all the little die cuts that you can die cut out and add to your project life, scrapbooking, or using with scrapbooking, or card fronts as well, adding to your cards. So that's that one. And Marion just brought over, my mum just brought over the other paper, which is the Timeless Plaid, so I could show you. Isn't she wonderful? So I think there's 48 sheets. Yeah. And I'll just do a quick flick through to show you some of the designs. So they're really pretty. They've got some great colors on here. Lots of colors: basic beige, boho blue, Cajun craze, calypso coral, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, early espresso, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, mossy meadow, old olive, pebble path, pecan pie, wild wheat. There we go. So lots and lots. These actually are a lot prettier than what I thought they were in the catalogue. So very nice. Oh, and some great designs. So you've got some checks on the other side and gingham. Very pretty. There we go. So that's the Timeless Plaid, and that's the suite that we're going to be working with today. All right. I'll just sort of clean this up because I only just started. I've already got stuff everywhere. That's the way I do things. Let me show you the sketch that I'm going to be doing on tonight. It's this one here. So we have a card sketch as well as a tag sketch. So let me share with you the card and tag. Here we go. I went quite literally with both designs. I thought I would try and make it as easy for a beginner stamper, beginner card maker to be able to replicate from the sketches. But you know, you can definitely change it up and make it so much different by your interpretation of that sketch as well. So we're going to start off with, let's do the card first. Move that over to the side. I'm going to bring my supplies in. I have a piece of card base. This is my normal card base at Misty Moonlight. I've got a piece of wild wheat. Hang on, I did write down these. Wild wheat, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I've also got another piece of wild wheat for my sentiment, which is 3 7/8 by 1/2 inch. We have, for the sentiment, a piece that measures 4 by 3/8, which I'm actually, this is I think a little bit bigger than that. I will cut it down. I'm pretty sure I will not stamp that completely straight, so it'll help to cut it down a little bit. We have a piece that's 2 by 3 for our stamping. Again, this is not quite right, but that's how much you would need for our stamping. And then I've got a piece of inside the card, and let me share with you. There's my shame. I haven't popped anything on the inside, so I thought what I might do while I'm live is do the inside for this one as well and get it all over and done with at the same time. And we do need to cut down our DSP piece. So let me grab that now from my little stash. I've got a full sheet. I know I've got a smaller piece here somewhere. Well, you know what I didn't show you is in that DSP, there's also die cuts. I just popped them on the other side. So you have 2 sheets of die cuts, which is a great way to do scrapbooking and or easy quick cards, which is perfect as well. Here we have the sheet. And I'm going to need to cut this one down, so I might as well do that right now. One that I didn't write down. The DSP measures 3 by 4 inches. So 3 inches by 4 inches. And you know what, guys? I got new blades. So these cut super quick and easy and beautiful. Look at those edges. Which is awesome. Okay. Oh yes, Rachel, 6 by 6 for the plaid designs, and I do like that. You know, they do those every now and again in smaller papers. Hi Joanne, how are you? Chile, Scotland. You ordered some of the papers. Can't wait to see what. Oh, thank you so much. Well, it's nice to have you here. Okay, so we are going to stamp the outside edges of our card base, but I also want to stamp with my Memento Tuxedo ink these two little images. I think they're radishes. That's what I'm going to call them. They may be turnips here, but my theory was if I was going to do turnips, you have to leave them white, and I didn't want to leave them white. I wanted, you know, a little bit of red to come in from the papers. So we made them radishes, and I know they're probably huge radishes, but that's okay. So grab my stamp. I'm just going to stamp 2 of those with Memento, and we're going to colour those in with our stamping blends. But I want to let that dry just for a little while before we start colouring. So I can pop that to the side. We're using Misty Moonlight and Wild Wheat for our stamping. So we can do our background here. I'm also going to grab just a piece of scrap paper. Now, if you are a scrapbooker, Stampin' Up have also released a new scrapbooking brochure, which you can see over my blog. And there is a scrapbooking kit using the Storybook Moments suite sort of thing. Like everything is included in the kit. And I do have this is the brochure here, and if you would like to see what the kit looks like in the catalogue or the brochure, I could show you that at the end. Just let me know. So I've got my little shovel here. We're going to grab the Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to randomly stamp all the way around the edges. There's no point stamping everywhere because we are covering a lot of it up. But what I am doing is I'm turning my stamp all the way around. I want to get them in all directions, stamping off the page so it's off the edge as well. Let's go this way. I'm just going to do that fairly randomly. I don't know, I say randomly and then it always looks a little bit more uniformed than I'd like, but that's okay. This Misty Moonlight is one colour that I don't know whether I've used a lot lately. I do love my Night of Navy for my dark blue, and you know, this is a fairly dark blue, but it's nice for a change. I think that's going to be completely covered now, so that worked out quite well. What might we do? We've got our sentiment, so let's bring in the Wild Wheat. We can stamp our sentiment. I'm not sure what I'm going to stamp on the inside layer, so I'll have to think about that, but I'm using the Storybook Friends for our sentiments tonight. The other one actually has no sentiments in it, so it's all images. There's that one, hello friend. And I thought I was not going to be able to do this straight, but it's a photopolymer, so if I can't do that straight, it's going to be a little silly of me. There we go. So because I left that a little bit high, I'm going to bring it in. So I'm going to cut this down just a fraction to 3/8 of an inch. Oh yes, Marianne, it could be beetroot. And it's coloured in a colour that could be beetroot as well. There we go. Absolutely. All right. So stamping the inside, what will we do? I think we might have to do these ones, the radishes. So we might as well stamp that. And I'm just going to do one. Let me bring in the other one from my other card, my sample card. There we go. Now to colour in, I did grab out a few different colours. We have Cherry Cobbler. I've also got the Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. And I don't know whether I won't use that really dark Mossy Meadow, but I thought we could maybe use light Mossy Meadow and maybe see what the dark one is. I think I might have used all three of those greens, so the light and dark Old Olive and the light Mossy Meadow. So I'm just going to colour in my leaves, starting off with my light. And I don't know about you, but I can be pretty quick at colouring. But it still looks good. So one. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a few extra colours in here to make it look like shadows, and you know, our leaves are never exactly the same in colour. There we go. We'll go with that's the light Mossy Meadow. Let's go with the dark Old Olive, and I'm just going to come in, add a few little dark patches, especially where the veins are in your stamps. I'll bring this a little bit closer so you can see that in just a second. And once we've done this, we can also come back in with that light Old Olive and blend it in if you wanted to. To me, I'm going to leave it because I think I like the look of the variegations. I don't really want to blend it all together, but it's completely up to you how you like it. So let me show you up close what that looks like. You see that? So lots of little colours there. With the light and dark Real Red, and I'm actually going to bring my chair in. I should have been sitting while I was colouring. I'm going to use my light Real Red and just colour in the beetroot, radish, whatever we want to call it. Could be either. So quick and easy colouring. Let's bring in the dark, and here on the edges you can see the shadow areas. I'm just going to add the colour in there, and I'm just going to blend just slightly those colours in. And look at that. Very simple colouring, but stamping blends, you know, they're just a great little tool. Very easy at colouring. I will say I didn't do a lot of colouring at the start when the stamping blends come out, or the blendabilities first come out, but it is something that I really enjoy doing now. I'm going to quickly die cut those ones out. And for Christmas, Marion actually purchased some new cutting blades, or cutting plates, for both the mini and the large one. And I'll say I have swapped off my large one, which you'll see later if I use that, but I didn't swap out my little mini one yet, so I popped them in my cupboard, so I'll have to get those out. I'm just looking for the die. It would be that one. It threw me off with the little dot down the bottom. So let's run this one through. I will, Marion, I promise. So we are doing a tag as well. There are 2 sketches, 2 projects, 1 card, 1 tag. So hopefully it's not too late for everyone. You can always catch the replay. Oh, whoops, and it moved. That's okay. We can fix that slightly. Because these are actually going behind, let me show you, behind there a little bit. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my paper snips in. And this is not best case, but you know, we'll go. We're just going to cut off some of this white space. I need to get a magnetic plate, I think. That will help. So just getting rid of some of that white space. No one's going to know, I promise you. All right, we can start popping this one together. So we've got all our pieces. There it is. So I'm going to adhere these 2 together. So we've got the DSP with a nice little layer of wild wheat cardstock. So pretty. Gonna pop. Oh, we better color this one in. What am I doing? Let's color this one in really quickly. I could have left it, I suppose. It wouldn't have really mattered so much, but I will color the other one once I go off from my live here tonight and pop it inside my sample card. What do you guys like? Do you color really carefully, or do you quick color like I do? I have printed some of my photos from our new garden bed, and I'm hoping to start doing that scrapbooking page in the next month. So we put in new beds, and we've got plants in them now. We're actually harvesting a lot of salad. We've got cos lettuce in there, we've got tomatoes, we've got Lebanese cucumbers. What else have we got in there? Herbs. We've got herbs in there in one. So with this one that we just cut off a little bit, because I've cut so much of that off, I'm going to stick this in the top one because it's sort of more hidden on that side. And because this one's going to stick out, we're going to pop this one down below. Does that make sense? I wanted to make sure that I still get to see a fair bit of the picture. And on this sketch, as you can see, we've got the bit in the middle, and then we've got two circles underneath. The radishes or the beetroot are those little circles. So although I've kept it really simple, I've also, you know, put my take on that sketch. And that's what I really like about sketches. You know, you can really change things to how you really would like them. Rachael says she's a quick scribbler of colour. Yes. And Marion likes to blend and reblend. So you take your time, Marion. Nothing wrong with that. So I've just added a little bit of liquid glue to the corners there. I'm going to pop this one up with dimensionals. Can't be a card without a few dimensionals. Does everyone love this sweet? Is it on your wish list, or have you already purchased it? I think anyone doing scrapbooking with little kids, I think it's going to be very popular for that. I think I can even probably go back and find quite a few photos of my kids that I haven't scrapbooked and do a few pages with that. So let's pop this one up like so. I'm going to adhere my stamped piece down to the wild wheat, and I haven't got the dimensions of all the products in the description of this video, but if you guys want that, let me know and I can pop them in over on my blog if you want to see the measurements for everything. I'm going to add dimensionals just to the very ends, and then we're going to like so. Like so. And then just in the center bit, I will add a little bit of liquid glue. Need to move this one over just a fraction. Actually, it's a little bit too big. Let's take off a section of that. There we go, and it's covered. And then to finish our little card off, we're going to bring in our embellishments and add a few of those antique gems, antique pearls. So I've got a large one up here. I don't tend to use my large embellishments all that often, so I do try and pop them on cards. Otherwise I end up with embellishments all large and then a smaller one. And there we have it. our first card using that sketch. So let me bring that sketch in and show that to you. Very simple, very easy. I have added, you know, my center. Let's bring in, so we have the sketch here, and this is the tag that we're going to create. So we've got a strip along the center, a bit in the middle, and I've actually created, this has got a little banner. I've created my own little banner here and created the rest of the tag. Now we don't have a tag that looks like this, so I created my own by taking off a little bit off the edge with a punch and then using a pair of scissors to cut the ends, but I'll show you that as we go. Let's bring in the kit. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping first because I want to let that dry before we get moving into the next bit. So I'm going to grab my little pot. These stickers on the stamps are so strong. Sometimes I have trouble getting them off. And I'm also going to use my carrots. I'm going to grab that. We can pop them on blocks. So this stamp actually has pots inside a pot. Now if you don't want multiple pots, we can just cut them off. So I love that Stampin' Up have thought of that. You can do multiples, or you could just use the one pot rather than having multiple stamps. It's one stamp that does multiple different things, which is awesome. I have my Memento Black. We're going to stamp the pot into mint macaron. Like so. And then we need 3 carrots onto basic white. And because we're doing all our stamping now, let's grab out our sentiment, which is Hollow Spring from the Storybook Friends. And I'm going to stamp this one with Calypso Coral. I'm just going to stamp that down below there. All right. Move this to the side. I want to let these dry before we colour them in, but we can work on our pots. And I'm going to add just a little bit of colour with my blending brush and mint macaron ink. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, I wanted to go with, you know, the different carrots because that's sort of fun and cute. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to this cardstock. So it's not one-dimensional, it's more two-dimensional. Not to the full pot, just sort of to the side. See how it adds a little bit of shadow with our ink. So that looks good. I'm also going to grab the Calypso Coral because I don't know whether you can see how well it puts that up, but we've got a little bit of brick down the bottom. So on my tag, I'm going to add that little bit of stamping as well. My chair's a little noisy, sorry about that. And that's that little brick wall here. Let me get off that chair because it's annoying me, so it must be annoying you. So let's just stamp that down the bottom before we bring our scissors in to create the little bottom effect. I'm just going to try and line that up. Like so. Doesn't that look great? Something just a little different. I do need some DSP. So we've used the Multicolored Carrots DSP, which is where I got that idea from to colour in all those gorgeous carrots. I'll make sure tomorrow I have my DSP already cut. It's taking a little bit longer than I would like. And this is actually part of these little die cut pieces. So I believe it went all the way across. I've just cut it in half. That way I'm only using the one piece. So I'm just going to line that up. Just making sure I'm cutting just to the end there. The Stampin' Up trimmer actually makes it really easy to precision cut. There we have it. There's our piece. Now we should be right to start colouring in again now. For the colours we have Wild Wheat, Real Red and Calypso Coral. So I'm going to grab Wild Wheat, Calypso Coral and Real Red, and we're just going to quickly colour those in. So using my light first. So Wild Wheat is one of the colours in our in colours that we'll be leaving very, very soon. So if you like Wild Wheat, now is a really great time to stock up on, you know, cardstock, re-inkers, any DSP, any embellishments that use that colour, because they will retire with the new mini catalogue coming out April or June, I'm not really sure. They changed all our timings around a little bit. We're also going to do a Real Red carrot. So this is the light Real Red. That's Cherry Cobbler. Yeah, no, we're doing Cherry Cobbler. That's okay too. It's a very deep coloured carrot. It's actually really pretty. And for the dark, we're just colouring in those areas on the stamp already for our shadows. And lastly, we have Calypso Coral. This looks more like Floaty Flamingo, but it's light Calypso Coral. I'm actually going to blend these two because it's such a different contrast there, which looks so much better. I'm going to do the same for the leaves that we did on our previous on the cards. So really quick, coming in with the light Old Olive. Now let me know, these sorts of things when I'm doing the videos for this week, would you prefer that I do this beforehand and that way I'm just showing you the finished coloured pieces, or do you not mind watching me colouring and doing all that? Because I know this video is going to be a little long by the time we get to the end of it. So just let me know. This is the dark old olive. And then the light mossy meadow. Awesome. Okay, so we need to do a little bit more die cutting, so let's bring in the die cut machine again. And let's hope our images don't move this time. Oh, thanks, Marion. Yeah, I just worry about if I have a really long video, that's not what you want. But I suppose if it's not what you want, you can just turn it off. So, you guys come to see crafting. I shouldn't second guess myself. And wild wheat is our last one. Hi Deborah, how are you? Happy New Year to you too. So we have those ones done. Let's bring in our my pot is here. And honestly, I think for my sample, I didn't even die cut it. I think I just quickly fussy cut it because it was just as easy. So Deborah, this is day one of creating a card and a tag using the sketches from the new mini catalogue. And not only I'm doing it, I've teamed up with my great friend Rachael Merrick, who's actually watching as well, and she has a video out every day as well. All right. So there's a link in the description too. When you guys finish here, if you want to go over and watch Rachel's, that would be amazing. I know she would appreciate it. Okay, so we have our card or our tag base. I'm going to bring in, actually I'm using the 1 3/8 inch punch, and I'm just going to create that little look, so the little notched out edges. And let's hope I can get this even. My eye is not the best, but I think that looks pretty good. So that's just using any punch that you have, or a die, you could use that as well. And we're going to add a little DSP piece down, just with some liquid glue. And then to add our little carrots inside the pot, I've used some of our little mini glue dots. These are a savior. They make it really easy to be able to adhere things down. And it also means that I'm not going to have liquid glue absolutely everywhere. So I just want to pop them down in place. I want to make sure that I'm happy with that. That's going to sit there really nicely, so I can pop that, push those glue dots down. I can pop this up with some dimensionals. Like so. And there is room on the back to write on this tag. I've left it completely blank, so that is possible. It's also not anywhere near spring right now, but this set is be great for Easter, so that's what it's sort of aimed at. I'm also going to grab that sentiment that we stamped on the basic white, and let's grab my tool here and we'll just cut that down. I'm going to banner cut the end. So I hope you'll actually take a look at these sketches in the catalogue and maybe give them a go. Let's cut down a little bit more. On the banner cut, I'm going to add a dimensional there and then just a little bit of liquid glue on the other side. That's going to adhere down onto my pot. Like so. So everything's stuck down. I want to bring in these special scissors, and I think they're called pinking shears. You guys will know. I'm just going to create that nice bottom border from that sketch. Does that not look awesome? So pretty. For our top, I'm going to just add a little hole. Now this is the only hole punch I have, and it's fairly small, so I might just make that a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, like so. And for our tag, we're using that beautiful petal pink scallop ribbon. It's so pretty. It's really, really soft. And I'm going to pop this in. Like so. Grab my ribbon scissors. The tag reminds you of your gardening apron. Really? That's pretty cool. You'll have to share with us, Rachel, what your gardening apron looks like. So I've just got a little length of that, and then I'm using the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. This comes in all the colours, all the neutral colours and white. I'm going to use the white to create a little bow there. I'm going to tie a knot to start with. I find I need like 3 hands sometimes for doing these sorts of projects. I'm all fingers. There we go. That actually worked out quite well. Let's do a little bow. And the white with the petal pink is so pretty. So this could be a birthday card, you could birthday tag, you could put happy birthday instead of happy spring. You could do lots of different things. And then lastly, let's bring in those beautiful antique pearls, and we can add a few of those down as well. Again, we're going to go with the large ones. Like I said before, I end up not using too many large ones on projects, and I end up with a whole lot of them. That's all I have usually. So on my sample I actually used large, medium and small. I've used 2 large ones on this one and then a small. But that's the tag for tonight. Let me bring in that sketch again. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this suite is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorites. So this is our tag and this is our sketch for the tag. So we've got the strip here, and I've used this image of the carrots in the pot as the little banner piece. So I really hope that you've enjoyed, you know, my take of our sketches, or my sketch for today. Let me bring in the other card as well. Using the Storybook Moments suite. If you have enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you haven't hit subscribe, you could do that. And if you're watching the replay, please leave me a comment and let me know that you've watched it and you've enjoyed today's day 1 of the sketches. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with another sketch and another different product. So stay tuned. You'll get to see some really great products from both the mini and the celebration. All are available right now, so you can head over to my online store and take a look at what's available. Purchase there if you're in Australia. Just quickly too, anyone who purchases with me this month using the host code, one of the freebies that you will get is the Wildflower Birthday Suite, Simple Sweet Stampers Tutorial Bundle. It has the most beautiful projects in it. I will be doing a video really soon with you sharing my project in this one, and I will admit I've actually got 2 projects in here, so I'll be sharing 2 of the cards from the suite. That is absolutely free for anyone who creates an order this month. You'll also receive the January tutorial bundle if you place an order of $65. You'll get that one as well, which has lots and lots of inspiration. It's celebration time, so for every $100 you spend, you get to choose from the celebration catalogue, which has amazing products. So take a look at that one as well. And just quickly, the scrapbooking brochure is also out. So if you're a scrapbooker, take a look at this. There are new kits, new products, and one of the products is actually using part of this suite. So, well, the suite design. So, is that it? So it starts here. You can see these are part of the scrapbooking workshop. There is DSP, cardstock, die cuts. The workshop is $61. Using the Storybook Life. Step-by-step instructions. Look at these. So pretty. So if you are a scrapbooker and you would like this workshop, or maybe you're thinking about starting scrapbooking, the workshops are a great way because everything is included in the kit, minus your adhesives, and all you need to do is, you know, your basic supplies, so adhesives, paper, trimmers, all those sorts of things. But there's also add-ons that you can purchase to add a little bit of extra to your scrapbook pages. So that is out and about as well. You know, there's so many things going on. Mini catalogue, celebration catalogue, scrapbooking brochure, online exclusives. There's 3 new card kits from the kit collection. Lots and lots going on. All right. Thanks, everyone. I don't think anyone has any questions that I can see. Thank you, everyone. I will be back tomorrow at 7, so come back and join me for day 2, and have a great night everyone. Bye bye.